Hi everyone, breaking news update. The plan for the migrant camp in Brighton Park, Chicago has come to an end. The plan is not going to turn into reality. The migrant camp in Brighton Park will not be constructed. There was a proposal, there was a plan, but that plan is not going to turn into reality. Here's what happened. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency said that the agency would not approve the proposed Brighton Park site for residential use. And residential use just means if the migrant camp would have been constructed, then obviously migrants would be housed there. So what the agency, the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, is saying is that that site cannot be approved for residential use. And that's based on the agency's regulatory standards for remediation of contaminated properties. In short, the migrant camp is not going to be constructed. Now, if you remember, there was a lot of protest. Residents from the area, they were strongly voicing their concerns about this proposal, and they were basically against the construction of this migrant camp in Brighton Park. But according to the city's plan, this camp could house up to 2,000 migrants. That's a huge population. And after this decision by the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, obviously the residents from the area, they are happy because they did not want this migrant camp to be constructed. And so now that the plan is not going to turn into reality, the area residents are happy. And what's going to happen now, you're going to very likely see a lot of finger pointing when it comes to government officials. And I'm talking about the city officials and the state officials. They are going to be pointing fingers at each other, blaming each other. The state will blame the city, and the city will blame the state. Liberals will be pointing fingers at each other and blaming each other for the failure of this plan. The reason they will be blaming each other and saying different things. I'm not going to speculate what they're going to say. But who is going to be accepting responsibility for the failure of this plan? Is it going to be the city or the state? I guess we'll have to wait to find out. But here's the reality. Let me give you the reality of this situation. A lot of taxpayer money has already been spent because remember, construction had started and then construction was stopped, and now construction will not continue. But as of now, a lot of taxpayer money has already been spent on this proposal. And so the taxpayers are losing money. Now, ask the city officials what their plan is. Do they have an alternate plan? Now that this Brighton Park migrant camp is not going to be constructed, where will the city house the undocumented immigrants? Is there an alternate plan? I don't know. The real question is, can the American taxpayers afford to pay huge sums of money to house the undocumented immigrants and to provide a wide variety of services that they're expecting? The city is taking money from American taxpayers and spending it on the undocumented immigrant population. How far will the American taxpayers continue to pay? I don't know. The government affairs in the city of Chicago, what can I say about it? There's lack of transparency. It's not clear. There's lack of accountability. There's lack of clear answers. You pay attention to Chicago politics, and that's the conclusion you can draw. That there's lack of accountability, there's lack of transparency, and it's hard to get clear answers. Ask Mayor Brandon Johnson what his plan is. Ask Governor Pritzker what his plan is. And as I said, there'll be a lot of finger pointing because this Brighton Park migrant camp proposal is not going to turn into reality. And so the city will blame the state will blame the city, and I think over the next few days at least, we will see this. Who are the biggest victims in all of this? The biggest victims are the American citizens who are losing money because liberal politicians are spending huge sums of dollars on a variety of activities pertaining to housing undocumented immigrants. The American taxpayers are the biggest victims in all of this. I will be sharing more information in future videos, but I'll also ask you to share with me your thoughts and opinions. Particularly, if you're listening to this and you live in the city of Chicago, share with me what you are seeing on the ground. When you talk to your neighbors, when you talk to your friends, what do you hear from them? What are their thoughts? Are the residents of Chicago okay with the city spending such huge sums of money, millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars, on undocumented immigrants? Share with me your thoughts, your viewpoints, your opinions. Go to tosifanam.net, send me a message. You can also leave a comment under this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay in touch with me. I'll be back again with a new video.